Welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin.
I'm Tarsha.
This is Conversations with the Crawleys. We have conversations about faith, family, relationships, and we do recaps, reviews of commentary on some of the shows that we are watching. This one is all about the Never Ever Mets, episode 10 of the first season, because it looks like there's going to be a second season.
Ooh.
So if this is content that you enjoy, you know what to do by now. Hit that subscribe, hit the like, request notifications,
and share.
We'll see you in the comments. Consider becoming a member and checking out the merch store. Listen, we just got back from vacation. We just got off the boat.
It's a ship, and I want you to call it a boat.
Off the ship, yes. We went cruising. Because, right. Because, yeah, we have to explain because sometimes flashbacks to when we were trapped on boats. All right. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. All right. So, but yeah, we're ready to talk about this last episode. So, it picks up, of course, what?
Nothing. Like, let's talk about this last episode.
Last episode. All right. So, left off, of course, Aaron proposed to Diamond. Deacon Aaron. Just so we know which Aaron we're talking about. Mm-hmm. Deacon Aaron proposed to Diamond. And, of course, the other teammates, it seemed like she had to really think about it. She said yes.
Yes.
So, he says he found the one.
Yeah, we'll
get
figure out
into
how many ones.
Yeah, she one of the ones.
Right,
she's one of the ones. Millions didn't make it, but she was one of the ones who did. She made it over.
She made it over.
All right. So they do come back to the house. Maybe she didn't. They do come back to the house to show off the ring.
And nobody want to hear that.
Like, okay.
You done messed up every relationship you had in this house, and now when it's time to share your news, you have no one to share.
Nobody, right? Shay was like, oh, she about to throw up. She could care less.
Right.
They went and interrupted Josh's sleep.
Right. He was trying to take a nap.
Okay, listen. I think Josh looks like he could be a professional sleeper.
He could be a professional sleeper.
Josh just always looked, and it may be because I think he did mention that he smokes marijuana.
Oh, okay.
But he just always looks like he's in a perpetual state of he could go to sleep. So they interrupt his nap. And he's like, okay, yeah, that's cool. All right, I'm going to let y'all be. I'm going someplace else because I'm trying to take my nap. So they're sitting on the couch because nobody else is giving them love. And so she wants to call her sister. Mm-hmm. The sister that Deacon Aaron cussed out. Mm-hmm. He gave her some tongues. Mm-hmm. And the sister's like, congratulations. Exactly.
She was like, okay.
She's like, well, what do you want me to say?
Right. She's like, I just want you to be happy for me. She's like, okay, well, congratulations.
Cool.
I'm living my life. You want to live with him or live, okay. But he gonna hurt you. It's pretty much how she was summing up her congratulations to her.
Like, okay, congratulations. That's what you want.
That's what you want.
Good for you.
Good for you.
I'm not overly happy for you. I'm not gonna pretend like I am.
And she wasn't.
So Aaron says, let me call my daughter. So he calls his daughter. And she's like, congratulations. Now, does this mean I need to delete Monica?
And Diamond like, who?
And so evidently the daughter is running down names of, wait, is this one? Which one is this one? You said, oh no, that's not Diamond.
Not Diamond. It's dude. And they bleeped out the names. And so he was like, nah. Okay, well, we got to go.
Right. So basically one of the things he said, and this is what we can kind of jump into, he says he's a coach. He's not a player. And he has a team. And when someone starts messing up, he'll sub them out. Now, here's the thing. Y'all remember, they've been dating, Diamond and Aaron have been dating for 5 years, right? Mm-hmm. 2 years ago, he proposed to somebody else. Mm-hmm. That person said no. Mm-hmm. So now Diamond got pulled off the bench. Mm-hmm. So he's telling you, if you had said no, he'd have moved on to the next one on the roster. Mm-hmm. And evidently you're okay with that because he just told you, you may not even be the second choice. We just know you're the second.
Right. That's
true. You
true.
could be the fifth choice.
That's true. Yeah. I was like, when the daughter started naming names, I was like, hold on, what did she say? And then he had his little side testimonial, and I was like, oh, okay. So this is how we playing this.
So then he tries to say, when people like him, they try and friend his daughter and his mother. So here's the thing, first of all. Now, growing up, I was very active in church, what have you, and I had people mothers of the church that wanted me and their daughter to get together. Mm-hmm. And they would sometimes talk to my mom and be like, hey, wouldn't it be great? And my mom was like, that's for them to figure out. Mm-hmm. She wasn't getting involved with that. Mm-hmm. But now I'm also thinking as far as my daughter, right? First of all, if we just know each other and yes, we may, have gone on a date or whatever, mm-hmm. how is my daughter getting involved in this? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right? So there's some things like you trying to make it seem like, you're innocent in this or, this is just par for the course. But no, this is a mess, in my opinion. Mm-mm-mm. So, but Diamond does say that she believes Aaron. Can we talk about how sometimes you can be so in love that you miss the signs?
Yeah, or, you get tired of being alone and you accept what's placed in front of you. Mm-hmm. And this is where the sister comes in to say, hey, you have more value mm-hmm. than what you're currently entertaining.
Right.
And, she's trying to defend Aaron, but the sister's like, look, I need you to open your eyes.
Yep.
And a lot of times we get caught up where we have this person online and they're, wooing us to the point where we decide that, oh, this has to be real. Mm-hmm. And it turns out it's not.
Yeah. So later on, everybody's kind of at dinner, right? Mm-hmm. It's the last dinner. We'll just kind of talk about because there was a lot of things mm-hmm. that came up with that, mm-hmm. right? Now, as we're preparing for dinner, Jody was like, listen, Aaron and Diamond need to do these dishes because mm-hmm. they done gone these last 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, and they just eat and leave. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
Not at all.
Chris does say that he thought Aaron was going to buy a cheap ring, but then he said, hey, just so you know, don't propose to anybody else.
Well, and he's going back to the fact that he had proposed to somebody else before,
right? So at the dinner, they kind of are talking through, it's
it could be the same ring.
Huh?
It could be the same ring.
It probably could be. It probably could be. I know that don't make sense, but it probably is the same ring. Because, yeah. So as they're going through dinner, right, they're talking through, it's our last time together. We've become kind of a family. And so everybody is kind of giving kudos to everybody else, mm-hmm. except Aaron and Diamond. Mm-hmm. And they sitting over there salty because they like, we thought we were the stars of the show. We thought everybody would just love us, all the advice that we gave, all the wisdom that we gave, because he's 52 and he knows a lot more than everybody else. And they were like, no, we appreciate what was happening with the other mm-hmm. couples that were there. Aaron decides, Aaron Jr.
Aaron Jr., wow.
Jody's Aaron. Aaron's like, look, it's my last chance. I got to make this count. So homeboy pulls out a diamond necklace.
For her birthday.
For her birthday, right. Because mm-hmm. that's right, because she was afraid that they were going to miss her birthday.
Right.
And as he does that, there's an aside, and Josh is like, they won't last. So he pulls out the diamond necklace, gives it to her, and she's like, okay, we are not on the same page. Mm-hmm. Then he does say, now I'll give him kudos for this, because he does say that he's been practicing with the human person. He didn't just watch YouTube videos. He was practicing with another person, with Sandia, how to salsa. So kudos to Sandia for making herself available to teach him how to salsa. Mm-hmm. And he salsa dances with Jody. Mm-hmm. Cool. Millie, in her aside, is like, Aaron is trying too hard. And it was like the effort that he put in there, it was genuine effort.
It was.
it would have been better if he had put that genuine effort in at the first date.
That's true.
Because
to make the right first impression.
Because the first date was not genuine impression. It was trying way too hard. And maybe that's just his MO. Maybe he just tries too hard.
Right. And he kind of talks about that, right? When they kind of go over the receipts.
Yes. So then Taronda comes in and she's like, okay, y'all, it's the last day. Y'all ready to go home, but we're going to send somebody off with $5,000.
And furniture.
And furniture to help y'all start your new life together. So the couple or the individuals had to vote for who they thought would be the couple that gets it.
Hold on, before we go there. Is that a weird gift?
That is a weird gift.
Because if we're both in different cities, right, and you're saying the first thing I'm going to need is furniture, just give me the $5,000 cash. So if I want to move or get a moving truck,
right,
or do something to prepare the money to help me move to the city wherever the person is.
That would have been a good gift.
Just cash.
A vacation would have been a good
gift. Like a
romantic getaway for y'all, right?
Yeah.
Just exclusive. For the two of y'all. Don't have to worry about anybody else.
And no cameras and everything.
That would have been a great prize as well.
It's like they went to Al's furniture place. Because that's another thing. The furniture place has to be in all these different cities, right? Depending on where.
It was probably Rent-A-Center.
Shut the front door. You said Rent-A-Center. I wasn't expecting it. You got $5,000 worth of credit.
$5,000 for credit. That'll get you about 3 months at Rent-A-Center, depending on what you get.
Oh, boy. That's hilarious. So I was like, $5,000 furniture.
So it was a weird thing.
Okay. So it wasn't just
we agree, yes.
I was like, well, I'm excited about this.
But Diamond and Aaron were just like, oh, it belongs to us. We're the couple that we're engaged, so everything down should just belong to us.
I was like, what?
Nah, bro.
Where did that come from?
Nah, bro.
I don't know. That was weird. Yes. To me, that was weird. I don't know what they were thinking. But obviously, we know that Josh
and Shay
won it.
And again, listen, shout out to the production for this show because they are quick with the receipts.
Yes.
Because they pulled out the receipts of how people were like, oh, the favorite couple or the best couple. The other couples were voting for Josh and Shay throughout it.
Yes.
So things were consistent.
Yes.
So, yeah, this production, Ready to Love needs to learn from this production group as well as some of these other shows because they are quick to challenge statements that are made and pull out the receipts of what was actually done and said.
Which is good. I think the overall production of this was a good mix of trying to keep it balanced.
I didn't necessarily care for some of the couples, and that's with any show, right?
Right.
But the pacing of it.
Or the story, trying to make sure you're getting the right background of the story.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And again, this production, as far as who produces this is the same team, I think, that did The Real World for all those years and all the MTV shows. So
yes, they know about giving
They
receipts.
know how to do that, right?
So,
other things that happened at dinner, that was pretty much it that happened at dinner. Everybody's kind of just sharing how they feel, couples that have helped them, people that have helped them, they appreciate each other, except for Aaron and Diamond. And as Aaron and Diamond are kind of talking, everybody else is at the table is like just checked out. They're just like, will these people shut up?
Yeah, because again, it was centered around them again, and it was just like, and I saw them throwing a little bit of shade. They were trying to,
because once again, he brings up his age.
Throw shots.
So, yeah. So,
shoot shot.
Long story short, as far as who left and who, the next day, Jody pulls Aaron aside.
Yes.
And they do talk and they have the conversation. And she's basically like, it's not you, it's me. I have nothing for you. And he handles it well.
Yeah, because he had to know it was coming, right?
Right.
I think he kept just making the effort to see if we can make it, if they could make it.
He was putting forth his best effort, his best foot forward. And I think trying to trying to say that he put in his effort, so that when she did say, he could at least say, at least I did everything I could do.
Well,
right?
and he kind of talks about that, right? Because he had his testimonial time where he was talking about how, he really wanted to make it work. So I get it, but at the
Yes.
same time, when someone's not feeling you, save that diamond necklace for somebody who will.
Listen, you better grab that back.
He knew it wasn't going to work. He was giving it as a gift.
Hopefully it was a diamond L.
He said a diamond L.
You know how they used to be selling on, what is it, Home Shopping Network and QVC? All right, so anyway, yes, they're broken up, right? And they come back into the house saying that they're broken up, and folks like, y'all knew they was broken up when they got there. Right? So everybody starts to leave.
You saw Aaron trying to say something like,
Yes.
they broken up?
I told you.
I was like, bro, leave them alone.
Nobody cares. Because you got your own issues to worry about with your team. All right, so then everybody's leaving pretty much. Diamond and Aaron leave first. And somebody, I think it was Millie, that was like, all right, lock the door so they don't get back in. Then, I don't know the order, but I know Chris and Sandia left as a couple.
Yes.
They are looking forward to building something together. Greg and Millie left together. Jody and Aaron left. I think they were in separate cars.
He helped her out.
Yes. He was like, I hope you one last time. After this, you get your own bags.
Right.
You put your own stuff up. And then Josh and Shay. Josh was like, hey, listen, we got this whole house to ourselves. We can go do it on all the beds, on everybody's bed. And then again, production with the perfect time, and it was like, all right, 6 minutes later,
like it's SpongeBob.
Right.
6 minutes.
6 minutes later, they coming back down them stairs and getting in that Uber. So we thought that was it, but then Taronda does a virtual reunion because I guess they didn't qualify for having an actual reunion. Because again, this was filmed 2 years ago,
Right.
So it was possibly that they were.
But it was 2 months after.
It was 4 months afterwards.
4 months. Okay.
Yes. So it's possible they were like, listen, we'll just hedge our bets because we don't know when this is actually going to air. We'll at least get some updates. Because they could have done just y'all remember the old after school specials when they would have like the cue cards of like what happened to
yeah.
Johnny went to college and he got a scholarship. Sally, she, that whole thing.
Right.
So
Of all the examples you brought up.
that's what I remember. Shoot. I know some of our audience is like after school special. So they of course get with some of the folks that were not there. That first couple that had the fight.
Yes.
So they of course are not together. He evidently slid into Millie's DMs.
Yeah.
And was trying to holler at her.
That don't make sense.
What's her name? What's the girl's name? Alexis.
Yes.
Alexis, who made the accusation against Josh. Taronda brings that up, and she was like, "Yeah, he did." And then all of a sudden it went black. Like so either they hung up on her, or she hung up on them.
Well, they wouldn't hang up on it because that would be juicy reporting. But I don't understand why they didn't get her back online. I don't know.
Yeah,
that was
that part was a little messy.
I was like, y'all need to fix this. If y'all gonna interview that last time, let's go ahead and clear up what we're gonna clear up.
Right.
Or put something like she wouldn't respond or something, so we know what was happening.
Brandon and Sienna. So Sienna's like, yeah, her and Brandon have been talking, and they're supposed to be going on a trip together. Brandon's like, yeah, we still communicate. I've mentioned that I'm traveling. She wants to come on a trip with me. He's like, but I've just met somebody I'm dating. So the impression that he gave was like, yeah, she kind of said, she tried to say she going on a trip with me. I ain't invite her on the trip.
Right.
As far as who else was it? So Greg and Millie, they are broken up at this point.
They're taking a
sabbatical,
timeout.
timeout.
Yeah.
Evidently, there was a fight. Some things were said, and they took a little time out. But she had on his favorite color, which that wasn't by accident. They're continuing on. He's probably, we don't know where they are as of today.
Right.
Josh and Shay are no longer together.
Nope.
Josh looks like he was staying in a hotel. And Shay was just like, we talked a couple of times. He's not ready to move forward. The question was to Josh, are you dating someone? And he's like, yeah, he's dating people. So then Shay's like, yeah, because he a hoe. And he's always been a hoe. Well, if you know that, why y'all been together for 12 years?
Okay, let's start here.
Yeah.
He brings up a passing
of his friend.
His best friend.
And then was it his uncle or someone like that?
And then it was a relative.
It was another relative.
I can't remember how they were related. And so then they kind of get into it about being a support and being there for one another. So I'm trying to figure out, did he reach out to her and she wasn't supportive? Or what happened between the two of them by the time they were making these plans and then he got back home?
Right.
So there's definitely a big disconnect of what occurred, right? So we say things when we're angry. Okay, granted. Now, you knew this about him because supposedly y'all known each other for 12 years. We understand they were young, right? She was 18 and 20. But I'm still under this impression. I'm like, she didn't feel comfortable about something because if he had a place, let's be honest, he had a place, but he had a roommate. Before he did anything with his roommate, right?
Right.
Since she was 18 and free, why didn't she move down there with him? If anything, he had a place to stay. And so the question is, what kept her from moving already?
Yep.
And never telling her mom about it.
Yep.
So
she's getting her tattoo removed. He's like, I'm keeping mine.
Right. I mean, it didn't have his name on it.
Right. That's in that because we said that last week was like, as long as it's not the name not on it, if something goes wrong with it, you can make up a different story as far as why you got the tattoo. That wasn't an issue. Diamond and Aaron, their engagement is on hold. Big shocker. All right. So Diamond's like, she basically is like, he keeps talking to all these other women. Because remember, he said he's a coach. He got a team. And so Taronda asked him, will you stop talking to your exes? He's like, nope. I'm going to keep talking to them.
We're just friends.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If she really is the one, then the friends would know their place
as a friend,
and she would know exactly what would happen, what their place is, and not feel that it's a challenge to her. But because you've not made her feel secure in that, even if it is just a friend thing.
Okay, first of all, y'all don't live in the same place. So she has to be getting information from these women.
Or from the daughter.
It's possible. But it sounds like the daughter doesn't care because she was laughing, right? So, I mean, care like, I'm going to tell you what my dad's up to. I don't think as a daughter she's going to just tell, what her father's up to.
True.
I wouldn't do that. But it ain't going to stop from these women being messy. So if he's messing with these women, if these women would follow his daughter, how do you not know he's going to start, they're not going to try to figure out who he also is talking to.
Yeah. So I'm like,
it wouldn't be nothing to cry over at this point. I'd be like, you know what? It's off. My sister was right. And I'm going to go ahead and let that go and move on.
Now, because they have been very active on social media, it appears that they are together as of now in 2024. Yeah.
I don't know. Only thing I would say is...
There's so much more I want to say, but I'm being nice.
It's not necessary.
You're right. It's not necessary.
It's not necessary.
I'll keep my thoughts to myself.
Yep. At this point, what was a little surprising, but I did feel the genuineness from this company is Chris and Zendaya.
Yes.
Because we can move on to them.
Yes.
Because she's the one that
Good
came.
transition, Tarsha.
Right.
Good transition.
She's the one that came on. She's like, hey, let's see if we can get Chris. And Chris comes in behind her. And we're like, oh, they're there together. Because it looked like she was working.
Yes.
And then he comes in and they sit beside each other.
So Chris, one of the things we said with Chris was that Chris seems to have been hurt in his previous relationship. And he needs to heal. And it looks like Zendaya is helping him do that. And it sounds as if he's doing the work. There's still some stuff, of course, that he has to grow in.
And
again,
both of them.
Right. But this was only 4 months after that whole experiment, right? So the fact that he's still there, he's still present, and she's good, I think that says a lot.
And she asks the host, have y'all met each other's family? Yes. Zendaya says she's over there over there a lot, and mom loves her to death.
Yep.
And anytime you can get in with a mom and you can tell he's very family oriented, because he mentions that our families were together, I was with their families and it didn't work out. And so I can see that there is going to be a proposal potentially in the future. But now both families are meeting together, and lock it down. Don't wait 8 years.
Yeah.
Like, if that's the one and everyone's together, they should go for it.
Yes. And they do also, just because I almost forgot about them, Jody and Aaron. So they do talk with Jody. Jody basically is like, she's not seeing anyone, but she also said that she's not sure if her person is going to be a man, which means, and she's mentioned that she was attracted to him before. So
correct. So I'm glad for her.
And Aaron just said he learned a lot. He learned about himself. He learned about relationships. So
right. Which again, I said, I'm glad that she took the advice from the therapist and really continued to start doing the work of how she wanted to proceed on and kind of moving in that direction.
Yep.
So
that's it. Again, we did find out that it has been renewed for a season 2. So there are other couples that are out there that have never ever met. And
there's a lot of couples out there.
Yes. And so they are going to see how much they can milk this cow and keep it going.
Might as well.
Hey, it's another thing, because Married at First Sight has gotten old and stale, in my opinion.
It's been a lot of seasons of it.
Yes, a lot of failure seasons. All right, but that's it for this one. Let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what we might have missed. And if you know for a fact what some of the other statuses are as far as in 2024, and not just as of that reunion special, that virtual reunion special, let us know. We know that Aaron and Diamond say that they are together right now. We know Josh and Shay are still not together. And then the other couples don't know what's happened with them. So that's it for this one. We'll see y'all next time. Have a great one. Be blessed.
Bye.